APJ Abdul Kalam Club. And we are running this club in the name of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the missile man of India and the former president of India. Dream, dream, dream. Who is not aware of his course of dreams, of his course of hard work, of his course of vision, mission, igniting minds. And each and every word of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji is motivational, inspirational spirit for all of us. This session is regarding the introductory session about research and innovation. And you all know that our distinguished guests from Singapore, Dr. Rajesh Srinivasan and Dr. Ram are with me. And Dr. Srinivasan is a professor at the university, and she is very keen to train the young minds, especially when it comes to research, how to conduct research, and then what is the benefits of the research. A learned lady, a skillful lady, a lady whom I always respect and whom I always want to listen to. Dr. Rajesh Srinivasan, on behalf of APJ Abdul Kalam Club, I welcome you wholeheartedly.
Thank you very much, Dr. Halima. Dr. Ram.
Dr. Raji, I think that without spending much time on the introduction and the felicitation, I request you to kindly start your talk on how to research and how to engage into innovation.
Dr. Ram, would you mind doing the honors of starting? I have no problem. Actually, I have no issues.
No problem.
I saw the list actually. I saw the list actually. Give me one moment. Give me one moment.
No issues. Dr. Ram is the managing director of ACE International Singapore, and he is our mentor and he is our collaborator. And I think all the students or the participants, those who are here this evening, are very well aware of Dr. Ram because they have listened to him. They have seen him in many of the programs, igniting them and inspiring them. So yes, Dr. Rajesh Srinivasan, you are right that first the students should understand that why to research, then only they should learn how to research. Yes. So thank you very much for reminding us. Dr. Ram, over to you, please.
Yeah. Good evening, all. It is really wonderful to have the session today, like what is about the research and innovation, why you need the research and innovation, how do you do the research and innovation. So many questions are there, but we can able to answer few of them. And later, if you are joining with us for the workshop, you could be able to get the full framework. How do you able to explore in the field of research and innovation? Thank you, Dr. Halima Sadia, for arranging this wonderful session today. I wish to thank our colleague, Dr. Rajesh Srinivasan. Also, she is an energetic and enthusiastic person always, and she is making the service and the contributions, commitments, explorations, engagements, all with the youth and other people. Why we wanted to focus for research and innovation? As of now, the global conditions, especially the recent pandemic situation, we have overcome due to the innovation. The research activities which are inventing certain kind of way to provide the vaccination. That is the good example. COVID-19 vaccines that developed and it protected the people for getting the risk factors to be getting avoided. That is the way. It is the kind of example we can able to think how the innovation is procuring the source and resources and able to develop a kind of product and then provide the service for the people to protect against these kind of risk factors which are induced by the COVID-19 virus. All over the world, suddenly they got upset and they couldn't able to move as routine as possible. So everywhere the conditions are inducing, the conditions are inducting the factors which are going to provide a solution. That is the vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine, we can say. So always we are having this kind of research, analysis, report generations. We are continuously doing and we are reviewing the status of existing elements, existing factors, or existing conditions, whether it is suitable for us to continue to procure the same way, or we have to improve the strategy, improve the quality, or improve the efficiency. These are all the ways always the research is getting addressed. There are a lot of questions, even for medical field, they are raising a lot of devices, equipments, accessories, or this kind of uh, pharmaceutical products. We have to review and analyze whether it is providing the right way to procure and support for the conditions. So we have to go along with the version 1 or 2, like in IT software solutions. You could see a lot of software developments are developing as of now, and it is providing the chance for the people how to procure the best solution, how to adapt with the best criteria, how to make it possible for the best user kind of criteria. So all these things are very important. So without research and innovation, there is no add-on value in education and entrepreneurship. So research is the backbone supporting element. Always it is required for the community to upgrade or upscale their level of doing the better things and leading the better ways. So we must need to endorse the skill sets which are very much important for the researchers who are using different kind of way how to do the research. There are a lot of elements and explorations available to use different kind of tools, techniques, technologies, as well as the strategies. So we cannot use the 50 years back or 100 years back or 1000 years back. So we must need to procure the right data sources which are very much important for us to use as a baseline or a foundation to build on that. We have to refer the data sources within recent years. Earlier, we used to tell 20 years or something, but now it is fast-pacing kind of changes. So we must need to go with the recent data. That is more useful for you to raise the questions and finding certain kind of ways, the answers for the problems or challenges. So then only you can able to innovate something. Innovation is the mother of innovation. So we have to go with the way, the conditions as of now, what are the problems available, what are the challenges available. You could see now the unicorn companies all over the world, it is getting leading like many ways. Especially in India, we are in the third position having the unicorn companies. But how do they able to make it possible? The $1 billion listed industries are categorized under unicorn company, but they must need to have some kind of deep technology, deep tech oriented kind of elements. Then only they can able to ensure the category of unicorn companies. If they don't have the deep tech kind of aspects, they cannot be able to vouch for the uniqueness, the unique selling points. That is very important, USP. So now we are focusing a lot in the educational institutions, especially the higher learning institutions. Many students, they wanted to analyze and do some kind of research activities during the internship period attached with either institutions or industries. So the institute industry partnership also providing the big role and support for enabling the people to learn the current research aspects and research skills. Either the way they have to use different technology or different kind of research analysis pattern or different kind of devices they are using for the research category. Then only they can able to find out the concept or conceptualization, idea generation, or any kind of prototype to design, a kind of preliminary kind of design for any equipment or any kind of device or any kind of accessory tools or something. So there are many ways we can able to explain, but the time limit is there. So I can't able to go very deeper to cover the A to Z, but I am waiting to see you all to sign up for our workshop, research and innovation workshop. So it is providing a lot and lot for understanding better. That is the way you can exploring well for the globalized environment. Abdul Kalam has been raised up his own image, status, as well as the fame everywhere. The people are appreciating because he is the example for us, is one of the example for us to procure the right way how do we able to learn from these kind of scientist oriented professionals who can able to raise up certain kind of concepts, conceptualizations and ideas, which are very much important for the country or the global sectors. Many more examples we can able to tell. So we can able to learn all these things together with our own group people like Dr. Halima Sadia, Dr. Rajesh Srinivasan, and myself. We are very happy to tie up with you through this particular workshop. That is the way we can able to handhold together. We can work together and we can engage our learning and leading kind of opportunities. I wish to thank all the people who are willing to come forward to learn and explore for the Mother Earth, how to make it possible to fit for us. And we are also enabling ourselves to learn and explore well. That is the leadership quality. So we must need to upgrade ourselves. That is the way we can able to find out some improvement in our life strategies. So I wish to congratulate all these people who are listening today. Nearly 30 people are there. Hopefully, it would be add-on value for each and everyone, not only for yours, also as the three mentors while we are here. We are very happy to handle together with you, join hand together. We will work together and we can explore together. Thank you for giving this opportunity to me. Why the research and innovation are of now very much required. We can able to learn together for making the leading further and furthermost. Thank you. Over to Dr. Halima.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ram, for your informative talk. And it's really inspiring as well that how research and innovation is important and how the world is moving towards the research mindset. Actually, research is a mindset.
Yeah.
And it's not like on the whims and fancies of the people that you just state your opinion and or you say something and you go and nobody is going to introspect about that. So today's world is a research world. Today's world is a data collection world. Today's world is a data analysis world. And we have to learn all these things, then only we can survive in 21st century. Now, how to conduct a research? This is a big question. Dr. Ram has motivated us, and we all are at this moment thinking of conducting some research. And believe me, a small research I conduct in my school with the school children, just to get myself like very clear on certain aspects. Even how to arrange the snacks breaks. On that also I conduct. I just try to find out that in which condition or situation the children are more comfortable and they are finishing their snacks within given time. So Dr. Raji, how to conduct a research? You are an expert on this topic and no one else can do justice with this topic except you. So I extend a warm welcome once again to you and request you to kindly take over.
Thank you, Dr. Halima. Thank you, Dr. Ram. And my heartfelt thanks to each and every person who has decided to make himself or herself as a part of today's program. And of course, there are professors here and there are parents here, there are educators and coordinators from schools as I see it. What I want to say is, many of us are under the mistaken belief that research is for someone else, not for me. And if I say that that's not true, then your children are going to be surprised. Give me a second. I'll just project a tiny PowerPoint slide for a very. Give me a second. Sorry. I'm trying to put a share screen. Dr. Halima, you have given me permission to share.
Yes, you are the co-host. You can do that.
Okay. Okay, so today's focus is on going to be how to do research and innovation. It's not too tough if you decide to do that. Only issue is we have to be one with what we have decided. Say the first question is research how to do research. Before going into that, a simple question to our audience: who can do research first of all? Doctors, professors, medicos, scientists? What if I say a 7-year-old is really suitable to learn how to do research? You might think that this is too far-fetched, but to share with you an experience, about a couple of years back, I've done an international seminar, international webinar, in fact, and Dr. Ram is the co-partner co-partner for that. He knew what happened at the time. Kids, my youngest researcher and presenter was a sheer 7-year-old kid. My eldest was 18-year-old. It was a webinar, and they learned research skills, and then they had been given various challenging topics, and then they did make effort. They did a PowerPoint presentation. Apart from that, they did a paper presentation. All happened, and all was made possible for them because they decided to sign up for a workshop, at least to see what is called research and whether it is suitable for them. So I'm not trying here to sell any workshop, first of all. Any person who feels that this workshop is not for our kid, feel free to do so. But we have to understand something. There is something called training a mind to think in the right manner. That is what research will do for your brain. A 6-year-old, a 7-year-old person can be trained mentally how to look at things, how to focus on certain things, how to think, keep on thinking, how to think something called innovation. And one more thing, many of us, even adults, think that research is a plain academic exercise. As Dr. Ram just now explained to you, research is also a scientific experience. I'm not going into both. Apart from these, research is not only a plain academic experience, research is a way of life. Research is how you make your thinking count to the rest of the world. I think I make myself clear here. Very simple. What is research? You make the world to look at your way of thinking. Oh my God, I'm learning this. I'm training my mind to do this. This is called research. And why do you do that? Why should we do research? How do we identify the sources for doing research? Of course, all this cannot be explained to you in a tiny few minutes of a orientation kind of a program. But this is just to give you a kind of a bird's eye view of what you're letting yourself into. If a child is trained how to do research, it's going to benefit not necessarily the child, it's going to benefit your school, it's going to benefit your country, it's going to benefit an entire society. In fact, for example, in Singapore, a 9-year-old kid chose to do a research on drug and its impact on society. When the child chose the topic, the parent was a bit concerned. Is this topic not too heavy for my kid? Are you sure my 9-year-old should be asked to look at drug and its impact? And the 9-year-old was more confident than the parents. And she felt that she thinks that she has been looking around and she feels that it is a must. And surprisingly, her paper was pretty good. And she did learn how to do research on that. She went into various websites. For her age, actually, it was COVID period. Even to library, she was not allowed to go. Libraries were closed down. She made best use of the time. And then she made a very good research on drug impact and whatever it is. And finally, the paper that she presented was beyond the scope of a 9-year-old, but she did it. And I vouch for her integrity because she didn't steal anybody's one. I'm coming to that shortly. We have to identify the sources, yes. But after making source identified, how to do research? Is it just a simple school project? Ask ourselves, is research a plain school project? Yeah, maybe school project is a start of research, but that is not the end of the research. What are the skills we need for doing research? Say, for example, we have to show some kind of an interest to learn new things. Okay. So my simple question is, do you want your kids, whether your students or whether your own children or your friends' kids, do you want them just to score rank? Do you want them just to be able to regurgitate what they have learned? Do you want that kind of a kid to grow up in a upcoming society? Do you want, in the name of Abdul Kalam, to project such people as scholars? Think about it. See, the thing is, research teaches a human being how to be objective. What is called objective? What is called subjective? This is a very important question when someone comes to research. Say, for example, if I had been asked to talk about war that happened once upon a time between, say, Iraq and the United States of America. If I had been asked to submit a paper on that, if I side with the American view, I'm not objective. If I side with the Iraqi view, I'm not objective. What does it mean? Objective means I have to look at the American point of view. I have to look at the Iraqi point of view. I have to look at what is the actual issue. I have to search for materials that are totally not American or not Iraqi, materials that are neutral. I have to look at it, and then I have to collect enough information from all of them. Then I have to be able to research on that. I have to be able to analyze the facts that are presented before me. Understand this part. We are learning to analyze the part from the facts that are presented before us, not from the kind of emotional gimmicks that we are always put through by the entire media throughout the world. I hope I made my point clear. So, if you have to be away from emotion, if you have to be objective, analytical, that means you have to learn how to do research. Okay, what is called innovation? We have to learn to do innovate. We have to learn to innovate as well. There is something called we have to be willing to use proper tools, first of all. What kind of tools will be suitable for a research? Of course, if you enroll for a workshop, all these you will get to know in a better manner. Then the most important word in the entire world today, which a researcher must know to avoid, is plagiarism. Okay, let me explain the word plagiarism in a very, very simple term, No gimmicks, nothing. I'm going to use the word plagiarism in a very simple term. Say, for example, Mirza Muhammad has written a beautiful article. He has written a beautiful article based on his own experience, his facts, and everything. Then he has published that article in some remote journal, in some remote magazine. Mirza himself forgets about it. Okay. Down the lane, after 3-4 years, or maybe 10 years, or maybe even within a month, someone else who is a little bit more popular bumps into the article and finds that it is a beautiful article. It's an excellent one. And now what he does? Now, another guy, say we name him Anwar. Anwar walks in. Anwar looks at Mirza Muhammad's article. He finds that it is an excellent article. So what he does, he steals the entire article, removes Mirza Muhammad's name because Mirza is not known, and the other guy, Anwar, is known. So what does he do? he labels Anwar's name underneath Mirza's name, and then sends that article or essay, whatever, to another magazine. Gets it published. And Mirza is not aware of it. After several years, somebody who searches the internet or some other resources finds that these two articles are exactly the same. Then Anwar will be accused of something called plagiarism. Stealing someone else's intellectual property without due acknowledgement is called plagiarism, which is rampant in the world today. Whether you are doing research in humanities or you are doing research, say, in sciences, everywhere it is rampant. So we have to be aware of how to avoid this plagiarism. To learn it, it's a must for any person who wants to do research to go through a kind of a workshop, to go through a kind of a class, a course, at least a crash program, where we have to know what not to do in research. Learning what to do in research is a separate issue. Learning what not to do, what kind of mistakes we should not commit, that is most important in research. Of course, when you talk about innovation, that's a separate story. What is innovation after all? Innovation is just you are able to present your ideas in a new manner. You are able to do things in a totally, entirely different manner. You are able to be completely honest about it. Give me a second. Actually, with this note, I'll finish it fast. What is actually innovation? Do you think only top ranked people will succeed in life? Do we need to produce only all India first, or Delhi first, Madhya Pradesh first rank? Do you think we need loads of recommendation to succeed in a business? We have to think about all this. Actually, none of this is true. We have to come up with something called new ideas. We have to convert our idea into a process that works. All of us are equipped with the ability to convert our ideas into a working process. We have to find a new methodology to present our ideas. Then, of course, something called thinking out of the box. And then everyone can talk about problems. But if you're able to find solutions, then you are the king, you are the queen. This is what innovation is about, isn't it? So now, let's think. Let's think whether it is possible for us to innovate. Let's think whether it is possible for us to think, possible for us to integrate into a proper life. How do we go about it? So my simple suggestion to you all is learn how to do research, learn what's called innovation, learn what not to do when we are presenting a research article. Say, for example, Dr. Halima was telling me the other day, many are interested in participating in the contest. Of course, you can participate in a contest, but please, being prepared to participate in a contest matters more than the contest. Winning in the contest is not at all an issue. Winning in a contest, in an essay contest, in a research contest is not the issue. We have to know that it is actually you who has done that, isn't it? No teacher, no parent is supposed to help the student in this. If you help the student, then you are actually spoiling their life, isn't it? But we can do some kind of hand holding to allow them to understand what's called research, what's called innovation, and how to do research and why research. Research is not something which is a plain academic exercise. Research starts when you are in your mother's womb, and it ends when life leaves our body. Okay? With this note, I thank Dr. Halima, I thank Dr. Ram, I thank each one of you who has chosen to listen for a short moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Raji. After listening to you, in fact, I am very much willing to join this club and then conduct some research under your leadership, if it is permitted. I don't know whether the club is going to permit me or not as the host of this club, but this is my, at this moment, like I'm so inspired. And at this moment, I just want to be your student. How beautifully you have explained that why research is important and how we should do the research. Now we are coming to the end of our program. The last presentation is just left by me. Before that, I would like to ask each one of you that if somebody is going to present you a flower, a rose, or somebody is going to present you a thorn, what you are going to accept first? Would you like to take the flower, or would you like to take the thorn by the sides of the flower? Please write in the chat box. Oh, so Umar is saying, Umar is saying flower. Thank you very much. If I was in your place, I would have done the same. Yes, of course. Everybody wants to take the flowers. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to start my presentation with a very old but famous story of a professor. You all must have heard this story, that once a professor invited his students, and in fact, those were the alumni of his college. And when the students reached to his residence, the professor wanted to serve them coffee, because that is our hospitality. Whenever anybody visits our house, we normally present tea or coffee or even water. We all normally ask thanda ya garam. So he served them, he wanted to serve them coffees. Then he brought a tray of coffees, and this coffee was in different types of cups. You can see the colorful cups, designer cups, and it was so attractive for the students that they all started taking the cups one by one. And the only cup that was left for the professor was this plain white, not very attractive cup. And then the professor asked that what is the reason? Why you people have selected all beautiful, decorative, attractive cups, and you have left this cup that doesn't have any design, that doesn't have any appearance for me? Then he explained, the nature of the human being is that we always go for the presentation, we always look at the appearance, we always look how the things are appearing before us. Although everybody knows, each one of them know that the coffee inside the cup is the same. There is no difference. But only the color and design of the cup made so difference that everybody has taken the designer and beautiful cups. Same is the case with the presentation. If we have, like as Dr. Ram has inspired you, I'm very much sure that you all are by this time very much keen that how we are going to conduct the research. And Dr. Raji has given you some idea that research has to be conducted in this way. And if you are going to attend the workshop, now from 6 days, we have reduced to 3 days workshop, then naturally you are going to get more ideas, more tips how to conduct the research. Then finally, you have conducted your research. Now this is the time to tell the world that what are your findings, how you have conducted this research, and how you have collected the data. And after analyzing the data, what is the conclusion? So this is the time when you are going to have the presentation to the world, to the people, because the purpose of research is that we have to address to any of the issues of the society. And when you have addressed, you have conducted, and you have found some conclusion on that, naturally now you have to present. Now, when you are presenting, like suppose on 15th October, we are going to have the gathering again, and like 35 people are here, and on that day, I'm going to invite like lots of dignitaries and lots of guests. We expect that around 50 people are there here in this meeting. So if you are presenting, what do you want? Do you want situation number A or situation number B? please write in the chat box that when you are presenting, while you are presenting here, do you want that your situation should be as situation number A or situation number? Muhammad Rehan Ansari is saying situation number B. Even I would like that when I am presenting, the people should be awake. People should be paying attention towards me. They should be clapping for me. So thank you very much. Everybody wants situation B. Do you think that situation B is so simple and easy? Do you think that very easily we can grab the attention of the people? And people are different types, different region, different religion, different interest? Really, it is a tough job, but not impossible. If we know the skills, if we know the techniques, then naturally everything is easy for us. And for the presentation, there are 4 important pillars that we have to keep in mind: planning, preparation, practice, and presentation. But how to plan, how to prepare, how to practice, and how to present, that really needs the experts' guidance, the experts' support, the experts' mentorship. And for that reason, here we have Dr. Ram, Dr. Raji, and little bit I am also going to contribute in this for you people, my dear friends. Planning, preparation, practice, and present. When we are going to look into all these 4 aspects, then naturally we have to look at that what are the audience whom I am going to target. Then why are they here in this room? What is my goal of presentation? How long I am going to present? And where this is going to take place, whether it is online or it is offline, whether I am going to meet them face to face or I am going to just see them online and assume that they are listening to me, they are there for me. These questions have to be addressed before making the presentation. And yes, of course, whether it is offline and online, technology plays very important role. So we cannot forget the technology, even if you are offline. Naturally, you need the visuals, because it is said that text plays only 7% grabbing the attention. And while visual takes 53% grabbing the attention. So naturally, you want to use either the PPT or Canva or any object, real objects in your hands, or any other props you want to use. And for that reason, you need that what to use, when to use, how to prepare the PPTs, what design will be suitable for you, how big should be the font, how small should be the font, then how much text has to be there on the screen, how much we have to reduce, how much we have to keep on the screen. All these things we have to discuss with our mentors, and then we have to get the experts' opinions, and then we have to present. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to join this course, then I will be helping you in your presentation skills, and I'll support you, and I'll try my level best to make your presentations the presentation that going to give you the B status, not A status, where your people are going to listen carefully, understand carefully, appreciate your research, and they are also going to implement your findings. With this, now let me have the honor of introducing research and innovation competition. This competition is going to be on 15th October. Can any one of you tell me that why we have chosen 15th October? What is the reason behind this? Please write in the chat box why we have chosen 15th October for this competition, research and innovation competition. The date of competition is 15th October. Anyone? Please write in the chat box. Oh, nobody is aware of this? Yes, I can see Anabia writing that it is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir's birth date. Very good, Anabia. Big round of applause to you. Wonderful. Since 15th October is the birth anniversary of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, that's why we have fixed this date for the research and innovation. As we all know that he was the great advocate of research and innovation, and he used to inspire the youth to be innovative and to conduct the researches. He himself had the scientific mindset, and he is considered to be one of the biggest scientists of our nation. Before that, naturally, we need some guidance and support. And for that guidance and support, I have received the request from the students saying that this 7 days workshop is little lengthy for them because they have school programs as well. They have other engagements in the school as well. So we have now taken up this decision. The whole committee has taken the decision that we are going to have 3 days workshop, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so that it's not going to be a hindrance in your studies and your academics, and very easily you can attend this 3 days workshop. And then after attending the workshop, you will be constantly in touch with the mentors, with Dr. Raji, with Dr. Ram, with me, so that you can always share your draft of the research, your whatever you have done day to day, your activities, and we will be guiding you so that on 15th October, when you are presenting, it's going to be a perfect presentation for you. As Dr. Raji has rightly said earlier, when I didn't meet Dr. Raji, I was thinking that research is okay. I also conducted many research in the field of education. But when Dr. Raji said that only for the sake of conducting research is not going to help the society at all. We have to think that why are we conducting the research? What is the purpose? Then accordingly, we have to take up the topic. When I met Dr. Raji in Singapore during my visit to Singapore in the month of May, I was greatly impressed. And that day I decided that this year, on the occasion of APJ Abdul Kalam's birth anniversary, I am going to take the help of Dr. Raji, and then we are going to conduct, even if it is going to be 10 research or 15 research or 5 researches, I don't mind. We don't mind, in fact, but that has to have, that has to add the values in the society. So dear ladies and gentlemen, and my dear lovely kids, once again, I welcome you all and I thank you for joining this session. And I hope that your association with us is going to bring lots of fruits for you, for us, for everyone. It's going to give us lots of satisfaction. That for that reason, we are conducting all this workshop. Now the house will be open for the question answer session. And for that purpose, I request you, if you want to say anything, if you want to say something, you please just raise your hand so that you can be unmuted and you can express your thoughts and views. I have clicked the link in the chat box so that you can join the APJ Abdul Kalam, whether you want to attend the workshop or not, or whether you want to participate in the competition or not. Irrespective of that, you can join APJ Abdul Kalam Club, because that is there is no charge for that. It is complimentary, and that's why I'm pasting the link once again in the chat box so that you can click and you can be the member of APJ Abdul Kalam Club. Now I can see that Muhammad Rehan Raza has raised the hand. Yes, Muhammad Rehan, please let us know what do you want to say.
Yeah, ma'am. In this workshop, you are going to prepare us for the competition or writing some research paper or something else that I need to know.
Dr. Raji, may I request you to kindly address this question?
Well, actually, preparing for competition is your personal look after. Basically, you will learn how to do research. Actually, we are providing you with a set of skills using which you can prepare for the competition. Even though competition is there, the main idea of the whole workshop, if I'm not wrong, Dr. Halima, is not to prepare you only for the competition. What you learn here will help you for the competition, definitely. But what you are going to learn is a life skill. It's a lifetime learning skill. So that's how I see that.
One more question.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Halima ma'am told us this workshop was supposed to be 7 days, but it is reduced by, I can say 50%. Now it is 50 days. So for how many hours for one session, and what will be the time for this session?
The breakdown, Dr. Halima will address to you.
Yes, yes, Muhammad Rehan. The workshop will be for 2 hours. 3 days means 6 hours workshop. And right now we have planned for 6 to 8, like 6 evening to 8 o'clock evening. but it depends on the participants. Once the participants are confirming us, then we can modify a little bit here and there. There is a provision of modifying it. Right now, the plan is 2 hours per day, and 3 days means 6 hours workshop. And then after that, mentoring will be there till 15th of October, when we are going to have the original competition. Thank you, Mohammad Rehan, for asking such relevant questions. Now, may I request the audience, if there is any question, you please just let us know. We have Dr. Naga Sita with us. We have many great personalities. I'm going to invite them one by one. We have Dr. Zia with us. Dr. Zia is the greatest scientist and educationist. Dr. Zia, may I request you to kindly unmute yourself and say a few words on this occasion?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm very much glad to, join this forum, along with Dr. Qazi Siraj Azhar, whom I know from long back. So he has, tried and he has succeeded in developing a research amongst the students from 5th standard to 12th standards. So like research, science fair. Yeah, so actually, I would like to, maybe if you can give me a chance next workshop, I can speak since I was not given a notice. Anyways, I would like to tell the students, who are available here, that research is something very simple words I can tell you is research is something identifying the problems and solving them is research, or modifying something, from the existing things. Okay. let me stop here since
Okay, so meanwhile, let me invite Qazi Sahab. Qazi Sahab, are you there? Will you please speak a few things on this occasion?
Yes. Here it is good morning in the United States.
Oh,
So good evening there. And it looks like it is a kind of international forum.
yes.
And so good afternoon too. So, I have as Dr. Zia Punekar, with whom I started long time ago conducting science fairs in India, and promoted this instead of science exhibition, which doesn't take you anywhere. So I worked at the NCRT, SCRT level. And in fact, one of my first lesson in the 8th grade biology book in Andhra and Telangana is how scientists work. So I'm doing this for the last 30 years. And we have established, science fairs in Andhra Pradesh, in Telangana, and started in Jammu Kashmir. And we have National Science Fair at Chennai. So there are a lot more organizations we have, and these are all nonprofit organizations. And I'm very happy to see APJ Kalam Club. And I congratulate Mr. Ram and Dr. Rajan and Dr. Halima. I see you. So excellent. And so anything, if you need in future from our organization, and how to prepare science, like projects, what is scientific method, what is engineering method. And I was surprised. And in fact, I worked with Janavijnana Vedika, which is a national organization in India. I was trying to find out how many engineers know engineering method. And I was surprised, not even faculty members know about this. So I try to, promote scientific research in India right from 4th grade. So in future, if you need my help, I have given my phone number. You are most welcome. I can always be helpful to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Qazi Azhar Sahab. Your presence here really is going to make lots of difference, and it's an honor for us that you are here with us. I have received a request from Anabia that she has a question. Yes, Anabia, please go ahead, ask your question. What do you have in your mind? Anabia Niaz. Anabia, please unmute yourself.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening, Anabia.
Ma'am, I have a question like for research, what will the topic? We have to choose the topic for ourselves, by ourselves, or the topic which we got in the class, like why do we go to school or something like that?
Yes, Dr. Raji, please handle this question.
Well, actually, Dr. Halima has compiled a list of topics. And of course, it depends upon the age of the student. Like if the student is slightly in the higher age group, then the topics can be chosen by the student. Even I personally feel that even for lower age group, also students should be allowed to choose the topic. Only thing is, we can provide you a pool of topics and you can choose from that. And if you verily feel compelled that another topic is really something that is very close to your heart, we have no objection in you doing on that.
Thank you very much, Dr. Raji and Miss Baby Anabia. I think that we have answered your question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Now, any other question? We have Dr. Naga Sita with us. Dr. Naga Sita, may I request you, since you are the principal and you are the principal who is very progressive and you promote scientific temper, scientific attitude in your school, may I request you to speak a few words on this occasion? K. Naga Sita, ma'am. We are not able to connect with K. Naga Sita, ma'am. So now we have another principal with us here. We have Dr. Shabana with us. Shabana. Yes, Naga Sita.
Congratulations to the team. I'm really very happy that you have started such a great work. And the children are really getting an opportunity to know about innovation and research. It is a great thing that children are learning at this young age. So I congratulate the team and all the students, all the best. And I would encourage every child to join this.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am. And there is a very, very nominal technology fees. So if the students are not even able to pay that technology fees also, we can always look for the sponsors so that the sponsors can sponsor them. And we urge that each and every child who is present here must join this workshop so that on 15th they can get the opportunity to participate in the competition, and trophies, medals, and the certificates will be awarded to the winners, and a certificate of participation will be given to all the participants. Sara Usmani, it seems that you want to ask some questions.
No, ma'am, I'm okay.
So you are participating?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, so thank you very much. Dr. Zia, are you back at the place where you can easily talk to us? Dr. Zia.
Yes, please.
So you wanted to conclude, please conclude.
Yeah, of course. But 1 minute, let me. Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you is, when we started the science fair, when Dr. Qazi Siraj Azhar used to visit Bijapur, Karnataka. So we used to do this lot of science fair amongst the students, and we learned that, before my PhD, I understood about research is, trying to find out the problems and solving them, through a proper methodology, which is called as a scientific method. So that is called as a research. What I feel, maybe if I'm given a chance next time, madam, I can be able to do better. Yeah, of
Okay,
course,
thank you
because
very much, Dr.
I'm traveling now on the way back,
Yes,
so that's why.
I can understand. Yes, I can understand, Dr. Zia.
Thank you very
Even
much.
once the course is ready, the level one is for the junior students, and level 2 is for the middle school students.
Yes,
And we have 3
But
levels.
but
So once
but this topic, what you have chosen, is a very right, approach, and this is going to, bring the students, or the whole society will be benefited due to this. Yes.
thank you very much. And actually, credit goes to Dr. Raji as well, because both of us have discussed and decided a few topics. If the students are like they are convinced with the topics, they will go ahead with this. Otherwise, they have the choice. They can bring a few topics to us, and then the mentors are going to guide them on this issue, that which topic should be taken. Now we come to the end of today's program. I hope that it was beneficial for you and those who are interested to join APJ Abdul Kalam Club. I am once again pasting the link in the chat box. Please click and join. Rest of the informations will be given through the WhatsApp group. If you have not joined yet, please join it, and so that you should not miss the opportunity. And those who are the principals, teachers, or the mentors, and the mothers and fathers, please motivate your children to be the part of this event. This event is going to be really a very, very beneficial. I won't say that this is the only event. There are many other events going on, but each and every event has its own value, and children should always be engaged into constructive activities. Thank you very much. That's all from me. Now over to you, Raji and Ram. Please say your concluding remarks before we sign off. Mr. Khan is raising the hand. Yes, Mr. Khan.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Hope you are doing fine.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, actually, I would like to just say thanks, and this is a very informative session for us. So, inshallah, we will go for further detail as well. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Dr. Khan. Yes, Dr. Raji and Dr. Ram, over to you, please.
Well, I thank you. I personally feel that each of the educator that is present here in this forum today will encourage their wards, their students, their kids, whoever, to participate in the workshop and as well to participate in the contest, because it's going to open up new avenues for the kids actually. And Mr. Mohammad Rehan has asked any age limit, about which Dr. Halima will brief you all soon. According to Dr. Halima's original plan, there will be 2 or 3 groups of students based on their age limit. But of course, the topics we have to discuss, and then we have to come up with a list of it to make sure that as Dr. Zia just now suggested also, to make it more useful to the society at large. And then, and also, even though this is basically Dr. Abdul Kalam Club, I do encourage people to focus on some society related topics as well, that will actually highlight the social issues. Just as I mentioned, a 9-year-old kid made an effort to talk about the impact of drug abuse upon kids as well as adults. These kind of topics are not necessarily for any contest only. These kind of topics are permanently for all kinds of people to be educated. And as we come to know from the recent social research, that social evils like drug abuse can be addressed only through these kind of forums. And all of us together, we can actually raise the awareness level in the society, which will be a greater tribute to Dr. Abdul Kalam than anything else. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Dr. Ram, last sentence to conclude the session.
So I'm the beginner, I'm the ender. Yeah, really wonderful. Thanks for making the session very successful. Each and everyone, we are welcoming you to come and learn together, as I already mentioned clearly. As Dr. Raji mentioned, we can go with the social cause, social need, or social supports, what we are looking under the name of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, because his humanity, not only with the scientific personality, but he is having lot of humanity oriented support for the whole nation and the whole human community all over the world. So we can able to look and focus together for various kind of aspects. We need the team, we need the people who can able to come forward and work together for learning and exploration, a kind of strategy that is the winning formula. If you wanted to adopt certain kind of winning strategy in your life, learning and the exploration is one of the best criteria for you. Endorse with your skill sets, especially for the research. It is not a way just you can adapt and learn and work together like that, but you must need to have certain kind of knowledge as well as the skill sets which are very much important for you to plan and execute the research and publish it. As Dr. Halima mentioned, either it is the presentation in a forum or talk sessions or conference, but or in the publications like in reviewed journals or any kind of articles you are going to publish. You must need to learn certain kind of technical nuances. As Dr. Raji correctly mentioned, the plagiarism and other kind of elements, you must need to be aware, and you have to adapt the skill sets which are very, very important for you to be a successful researcher and making yourself the transformation for kind of innovator. That is the value you can add on in your personality and the skills you can able to groom. But we are looking for the community to build under the name of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Club. We can able to engage our hands together and work together and explore together for the whole sake of the community, especially the human well-being and wellness status. Thank you so much. Having a nice time. We are welcoming you all to come on board and able to support each others to get together for this wonderful task. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ram. Thank you, each one of you. Thank you, Zia Punekar. Thank you, Mr. Qazi from USA. Thank you, Nagasita. Thank you, Shabana. Thank you, Rehan. Thank you, my colleagues, Dr. Raji and Dr. Ram. And thank you all those like Aparna, Dipali, and then I can see Kumbhar, then Aniruddha, Arnita, Sayyida Beena, and many more, those Kavita Patel and all those who are here. Thank you very much for joining us. And if you are not able to join the club, kindly WhatsApp me on 918527118529. This is my WhatsApp number. You are most welcome. Anytime you can message me, and any clarification you can ask. I will just refer you to my colleagues if it is not in my capacity to answer those questions. Thank you, everyone. Take care and see you all on 15th October. See you each and everyone, and students, see